Hello, hello, friends. I'm Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and today it's time for some creative ink. It's time to share some creativity with you so you're inspired to share your creativity with others. So come on in, say hello, let me know you're here. Today is Friday. Yes, what is today? September 8th. It's the beginning of September. I'm not sure where summer went, but it has come and gone. So today we are doing, it's not really a fun fold, but it could be. So just a fun interactive card. It is going to be a bridge card. I haven't done one of these in a while, and we're working with that autumn, all about autumn designer paper, the paper that has the sceneries on one side or textiles on the other, and the other side is patterns with those copper accents. So come on in and say hello. Let me know where you're from. If you're new to my channel, if this is the first time you're catching me live, I would love to know where you're from. And I hope you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you're notified the next time I am live with some more creative ink. So let's get started, because this is really a simple and easy card that I'm sharing with you. Hi, Kathy. Oh, good. I'm glad you just got home. So let's, so I've got my quilt earrings on today. I just shared a post on my business Facebook page all about quilting. So go check that out if you haven't seen it and leave me a comment, okay? Share a story with me because I would love to hear some stories about what you're grateful for. So, okay, so today is a bridge card with, because we're kind of taking this with this beautiful, well, let me see here. Let me fan it out a minute with this beautiful autumn designer paper right here. It's got that copper accent, and the other sides are all kinds of fun designs. And I shared that, and you can see it. This is just released in the mini catalog that started this week. So Wednesday, I shared this card right here with a sketch. Sketch number, you know what? I grabbed the wrong sketch. Hang on, I gotta grab something out of my folder here. Totally grabbed the wrong sketch. We kind of used this sketch last week as well. Sketch number 10. And I was looking back through some of my things. I realized I've already used that sketch number 10, but that's okay. It'll still work. Okay, so let me put that back up there so it's out of the way. And you know what? And we need a paper trimmer today because, am I trimming? I'm trying to think. I might have already cut my paper. So we might be okay with that too. So that's kind of teetering up there. Okay, so if you missed it, go back and check out the replay. And this will probably these cards will end up being a class as well. I'm working on getting my classes set up because they start next week for in-person. And there is one with that autumn designer paper that's a class to go. So if you're not local, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter to get the latest details about that. Or message me because it already went out. So, but I'll just pay attention for anybody who subscribes. Okay, so let's get started. I'm kind of rambling here today. All right, so there we go. And if you're not a subscriber to my newsletters, make sure to subscribe at createwithNancy.com/subscribe, and that will get you on the list so you can get these creative ink printouts that you can print off and start saving for your own library. So so it has like some general instructions, you know, like the sketch on it for this one, and then there's some for the fun folds as well, which I haven't done up today's yet. So okay, so we're working today's card, the bridge card. I kind of designed it around this dimension for cutting my designer paper right here, this 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 piece of designer paper. So that's what's going to create our bridge card today. Okay, so so just kind of keep using the same measurements over and over again. So I do have my card base already pre-cut and everything. So this is 7.5 by 4 1/4. So 4 1/4 wide, and then 7.5 long, and then I scored it at 5.5 inches. Okay, so that creates our normal card base, and then we've got this little 2-inch flap here. And whatever was left over, because I just normally cut, you know, the 4 1/4 by 11 inch. And then we needed a little piece, another one that was 2 inches by 4 1/4. This is going to create our bridge, okay? And then whatever scrap was left over is what I use to die cut my label with, okay? So you can get a couple labels out of that scrap piece that's left. So this is from our Stylish Shapes set of dies, okay? So here is the designer paper, the same piece that we used the other day, and I'm using the same measurement as well that I layered it with, the Early Espresso, and the same with this as well. I think that's the same. Let me just double check. Is it? It is. That's totally the same size measurement as what I used on my note, on the note card. So so easy cutting, okay? All right, and then we have a piece of envelope flap, and you cannot get, because this, yes, I gotta think here for a minute. You cannot get this out of, so you are going to need to have a little bit of extra. Let me look at my design again, because this is 2 1/4. So if you're saving this for the envelope flap, this is not long enough for your 2 pieces, you know, your 2 designer paper panels that we need for this. So you would need to cut this separate. Okay, and plus this is separate from this design, so you could use this here, but I kind of mixed and matched up my envelope with other designs, because sometimes I didn't like the back side or whichever, because when you cut this one design off, it's just kind of like dark woods in there. Okay, it's not very pretty, and the color on the back side didn't really coordinate with the Moody Mauve. Okay, so have I lost you guys? You still there with me? So, all right, so let's get making this card, okay? So let me burnish this here. Okay, we're going to set that aside. So this piece here, this is one of our panels. We've got 2 panels, and these are 1 5/8 wide by 3 7/8 long, okay? And then our cardstock panels are 1 3/4 by 4 inches. Okay, I've been to the dentist today, so my jaw is hurting from being open. I had a teeth cleaning earlier, and you know, they put that fluoride stuff on, and you can still feel that gunky stuff on your teeth yet. So it hasn't been long enough for me to brush it off yet. Okay, so we're going to simply layer these 2 panels. So it's just going to give us a little hint of card color underneath. Okay, so we've got that, and then here's this one right here. Going to the dentist always gives me a headache, because I hate, my jaw does not like being open for that amount of time. Okay, so we've got that. All right, now we're going to add these. We're going to put one here. Okay, this is really a very simple card. I had to think what I put on the inside, and I almost forgot here. Okay, so, and I love using the liquid adhesive because you kind of can wiggle it around. So we've got that. That's going to be our top panel. Now we're going to add this one to here. So this is 2 inches by 4 1/4. Okay. Let's add some glue here. We're going to be done here in no time at all. All right, so there's that one. Okay, so this is going to go down here at the bottom of the card, all right? And we're going to add this to our center here. So this is what they call a bridge. We're making a bridge between this panel and this panel. So that's how the bridge name has come up. Very easy to do. And you can really make this bridge any size that you want. It could be skinnier, it could be whatever, okay? Longer, long and skinny. It could just be any kind of measurement. I was just kind of going off my sketch, so I would be using the same type of measurements. Okay, we're going to add, so we layered that onto Early Espresso. So we're going to add dimensionals in between these two layers, the Moody Moth and the Espresso, because the other layer is just going to go on flat. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I got glue all over my fingers. That's typical, right? Okay, so we've got that. So let's just center this. I love this scenery. Okay, so what we're gonna do is so see how I've kind of like tapped this down? I want to make sure this is parallel, you know, just all the way down to the bottom, and kind of hold that into place. And then we're gonna, okay, so we've got this. We're gonna just flip this around and get an idea where we need our adhesive. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold that in the middle. And if you don't want to use liquid for this part and you feel better using like Seal, then I would go ahead and do that. Okay, and it really doesn't take much to do this. Just don't get too close to the edge. Okay, like where this part, because you can see I'm keeping my glue so it's not going past this bottom layer. Okay, all right, so let's readjust this again in case I've moved it. Just make sure that's flat. We're going to just flip this over. We're going to hold that, and then we're going to just center this onto our front. That's how easy this is. We'll give that a minute. Hi, Colleen. Welcome. And I think I said hi, Donna. So welcome and glad to see you're here. And I got your message, Donna. I haven't responded back to emails yet today. So I'm glad you're coming for class. Donna's coming for class in a couple of weeks. So make sure the last newsletter had dates. So make sure you're checking that out if you've been anxiously waiting for classes to start up again. Okay, so we're going to take our Early Espresso and the I'm Thankful, and we're going to stamp on our label here. Okay, always remember I said the F is the letter you really want to keep track of to make sure it's on the label, and this is photopolymer, so it should be easy to line up. Okay, so as you can see how tight the F is on that label. That's what you want to pay attention to, and then look to see, you know, how straight the I is up and down, and then you'll have a perfectly stamped greeting. Okay, so we've got that, and I've already pre-tied a bow. So hi, Shirley, welcome. Hopefully you got my message from earlier, Shirley. If not, check it out and message me back. Okay. All right, so we're gonna take a glue dot. We put it on some linen thread that I've already tied. So let's see, we're going to just add this kind of in the middle, and then we're gonna, how did I do that? I'm gonna look at this. I think last time we said it looked better to have it a little bit more angled. So let's go with that. I think we'll do that. So let's grab some more dimensionals, and remember, we want to stay away from where that knot is, because I don't want to set a dimensional on the knot, because that'll just make it really bulky. There we go. And I do have it on the knot. Nancy? Okay. I think we're good. Okay, so let's trim this up. Let's give the tails a little trim here. And then we're going to add a leaf. I've already pre-cut a leaf out of copper clay right here because there's so much clay in there. So I think we're going to pop that right down underneath. So let's just add a little bit of glue here on the bottom. Not much. And let's just pop this down here because we don't want to cover up that beautiful afternoon sun, right? Let's see, how do we want this to go in there? I feel like that dimensional is like, I want it off to the side a little bit. Okay, I think I like that. What do you guys think? Wasn't that easy? So then I've got this strip. This is kind of like some scrap left over. So let's dress up the inside of the card here a little bit. And you could always stamp some leaves in here as well. Well, let me see here. Maybe, what do we have here? They're big leaves, so I wish it was a little bit more petite. So I'm going to scrap the leaves. We'll just go with the designer paper. So we've got a little bit of glue, and we're going to do that trimmer trick, okay? Because I keep forgetting to do this. Remember, you pop this against the edge of your guide here. Hopefully you guys can see that. So it's flat against the guide, and then and then you put your paper against the guide as well. So it should come out nice and even, okay? Look at that, it's perfect. And I got glue there. All right. Yep, it looks good to me. So, and then just trim off the excess designer paper. There we go. And then we've got a little bit of decoration there in the inside, okay? No bling, I don't think. And then we'll finish it off with some designer paper on our envelope flap. So what did you think? Did you love that bridge card? Does it seem easy? And hopefully by the end of the weekend, I'll be able to, it will be in the next newsletter. That's where I'm going to have the Creative Ink Library sheet, project sheet in the next newsletter. So look forward to that. And right now I'm committing to every other week, okay, for right now until I can get consistent with that. So there might be more than one coming up, more than one project sheet. So hopefully, if you're an email subscriber, let me know if you're finding it worthwhile, if you love the newsletter or not. Okay, Donna loves that angle look. Thank you, Donna. And because I always love to hear feedback if people love the newsletter and if it's worthwhile to read. All right, so there's our card right there. So let me show you the other designs that were easy to create. Let me just pop a few things out of the way here. Got glue here. Okay, so we've got some other designs here. Look at this one right here. And that, of course, there's the envelope that goes with that. And then this is a nice simple one right here. And then this one. So I mimicked, I'm pretty sure I mimicked the same designs that I did with the note cards. There's that one, and then here's this simple one, but I think I do like it angled. So are you guys inspired to go and share some creative ink with others? So Colleen loves the newsletter. Thank you, Colleen. I so appreciate that. And here is the latest host code. So if you're falling in love with any of these products, this designer paper is unorderable currently. It should be back in stock next week. So whenever the 11th is. So what is today? The 8th, you know, midweek, towards the end of the week. If you're loving this designer paper, let me know and I'll try to message you if when it comes back in stock so that you can order it, okay? All right, everybody, I so appreciate you joining in with me today. And if you have any ideas that you would love for me to share, just feel free to message me. So, hi, Carol, welcome. Okay, I'm so glad you liked it. So come back and join me next Wednesday at 3 p.m. for some more Creative Ink ideas. And have a safe and healthy weekend, everybody.